Welcome to our channel where today we are going to dive into the fascinating world of numismatics, exploring one of the most intriguing rare coins ever minted, the 1987 quarter dollar coin, a piece of currency that has captured the imagination of collectors and enthusiasts alike not only for its unique place in minting history but also for the incredible value it has accrued over the years. Valued at a staggering $166 million due to several rare errors and mistakes that took place during its production. Now, you might be wondering what makes this particular quarter so special. How did it come to have such an astronomical price tag? And what are the errors and peculiarities that contribute to its worth? Well, let me take you on a journey through time and coin-making as we unravel the story of this iconic coin, which has become a treasure in the eyes of collectors and a point of intrigue for anyone who comes across this remarkable piece of American history. The 1987 quarter dollar was minted at the Denver Mint, and while a standard quarter is not particularly rare, this one has characteristics that set it apart from the millions of others that were produced during that year. In fact, it is said that only a select few of these coins exist today, making it a scintillating subject of study for those vested in taking a closer look at the numerous elements that can contribute to a coin's value. The errors associated with this quarter are nothing short of extraordinary, reflecting a perfect storm of mishaps during the minting process. One such error is the famed double strike, where the coin was struck a second time while still within the minting press, resulting in an overlapping image that told a story of hurried production and oversight at the mint. Such an error creates a striking visual anomaly, distinguishing this coin from others, as the double image disrupts the clarity that a standard strike would typically display, thus creating a coin that collectors yearn for, pursuing this rarity with unbounded passion and zeal. Another contributing error includes issues with the die, which in the case of this quarter led to poor engraving and misalignment that make this coin not only visually unique but also a fascinating example of the failure of machinery and process during its production run. Collectors in the numismatic community are acutely aware of the significance of these errors and the impact they have on determining a coin's market value, and in cases where mistakes are made, it often renders the coin more desirable and valuable in the eyes of collectors. The 1987 quarter dollar coin exemplifies how a tiny mistake can lead to monumental implications for value, and what's even more astounding is that these coins may have been minted in what many would consider to be a typical environment, where the hustle and bustle of the day-to-day production contributed to a series of unfortunate events that resulted in such a stunning rarity, effectively showcasing the importance of quality control in the minting process, or rather the lack thereof, which opened the door to the possibility of unearthing hidden treasures among the general population. As these coins proliferated out into society, many would have passed them off as just another piece of change, potentially missing out on a coin that would one day be valued in the millions, forever captivating the attention of enthusiasts and experts alike. The rarity of this coin is exacerbated not just by the errors themselves but by the limited number of quarters that were properly struck with these fascinating characteristics. When minting takes place, a certain amount of coins will always find their way into circulation, yet only a handful of these specific errors would have persisted over the years, traveling from pocket to pocket, demarcating a journey through history that few coins get to experience, surviving the daily grind of everyday life while others were lost to time, mishandled, or worn beyond recognition. For many, the allure of the 1987 quarter dollar coin extends beyond merely the financial investment, as it tells a story of the human element behind coin production, the unsung artisans and workers at the mint who were pressed for time, perhaps succumbing to the pressures of production quotas that inadvertently led to monumental oversights. This semblance of history infuses each coin with a yearning for exploration and understanding of what it means to value currency not only as a means of exchange but as a medium through which history, stories, and narratives are encapsulated in metal. When discussing values such as the staggering $166 million tag placed on the 1987 quarter, one can't help but wonder about the impact of such a valuation on the world of collecting, as it is indicative of a larger trend where errors in minting are recognized and appreciated, showcasing to collectors around the world the importance of finding something unique amidst the mundane. The 1987 quarter's rise in value also speaks to the broader fascination with anomalies in collecting, as hobbyists become enraptured by the pursuit of the unexpected and the thrill of discovering what other hidden gems may lie within their own collections or piggy banks, and as they seek out coins that exhibit an unusual characteristic, the market for rare coins expands, further entwining the community and enhancing the thrilling aspect of this collecting culture, one where stories are changed with every new discovery, as the past continuously unfolds in light of the present, and collectors strive to solidify their standing within history. The frenzy that surrounds the values attributed to errors and unique finds, especially with this 1987 decorder, elevates the market dynamics that involve not only seasoned collectors but also new entrants who may be finding their footing in numismatics, propelled by the potential for profit that they see through media outlets and online platforms, encouraging them to search through their loose change or dive deep into online auctions hoping to find the next extraordinary piece that could drastically shift their circumstances or bring them immense satisfaction. It becomes apparent that there is an ever-growing marketplace where the discovery of a single rare coin can ignite a passion for collections, showcasing the profound impact that extraordinary pieces like the 1987 decorder dollar can have far beyond just monetary terms, enticing individuals into a world where history, personal stories, and economics converge into one thrilling pursuit fraught with tantalizing opportunities. Even as prices fluctuate within the market for coin collecting, the foundation of the community remains grounded in the shared passion for the intricacies found within currency, tied to the importance of the historical narrative that accompanies each piece, leaving an enduring legacy for generations to explore. So, as we reflect upon the awe that the 1987 decorder invokes, I'm reminded of the serendipity of the unremarkable leading to the remarkable. How this coin, once a forgotten piece of pocket change, has evolved into a revered collectible, adorned not just with stories of wear but of an era filled with human emotion, complexity, and ultimately, beautiful mistakes that have propelled it to the forefront of numismatic fascination. When viewed through the lens of time, that tiny flaw, the double strike, and the misaligned die bring forth a complex history of the artistry and diligence behind coin production, human fallibility, and the serendipity of life itself encased in a coin that continues to capture the hearts of many. We hope that by sharing this intricate web of history and value surrounding the 1987 decorder dollar, you find motivation in your own pursuits of hidden treasures, whether in coin collecting, seeking out other collectibles, or exploring the untold stories that lie just beneath the surface of the everyday, reminding us all that sometimes the most extraordinary tales are rooted in the issues and mistakes that make us all human. Thank you for joining us on this captivating exploration today, and we look forward to delving deeper into more fascinating subjects that weave their way through time, igniting curiosity and passion. Stay tuned for more stories that await on our channel. Next, today we're excited to explore one of the most extraordinary coins in American numismatic history, the 1980 decorder dollar coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of currency that has rocketed to an astonishing valuation of $108 million due to a series of rare errors and fascinating mistakes during its minting process. This coin's remarkable journey from production line to million-dollar rarity invites us to examine the uniqueness of minting errors and how they can drastically reshape perceptions of a coin's worth, encouraging collectors, investors, and novices to appreciate the hidden complexities within what are often viewed as mere cents. Let's embark on this enlightening narrative as we unfold the layers that contribute to the 1980 decorder dollar coin's extraordinary value, reflecting on why some coins become fascinating focal points of collection while others remain in relative obscurity. The 1980 decorder, as part of the U.S. Mint's production in Denver, was produced under a standard procedure that involved striking a plain planchet with the design of George Washington on one side and the eagle on the reverse. But amidst the routine operations, a perfect storm of minting mishaps came together, resulting in a handful of coins with distinct defects that would catch the eye of discerning collectors and sharply pique their interest. Typically, the quarter dollar is a commonly circulated coin, and most examples of the 1980 decorder appear without unusual characteristics that would naturally add value. However, a subset of this series, created through a mishap that occurred during the minting service, has left an indelible mark on the heritage of American currency. compelling enthusiasts from all walks of life to chase after a piece of history that might very well possess the hallmark of human error and ingenuity. At the heart of its remarkable valuation are several key errors, one of which is referred to as the over-mint mark error, an anomaly caused when a die used for minting was incorrectly aligned, leading to the perception of a double mint mark appearing on the coin's surface. This could occur when a previously used die, which had engraved markings indicating it produced coins from a different year, was inadvertently utilized again during the 1980 production, resulting in a bizarre and spectacular outcome. Collectors are drawn to such peculiarities like moths to a flame, as the double mint mark on the 1980 D quarter creates a visual quirk that delineates it from its more mundane counterparts, causing a fervor among those who understand the relationship between error and intrinsic value, and as this type of rare misstep reverberates through the annals of numismatic history, collectors speculate and battle in auction houses, seeking the elusive pieces that might forever alter the narrative of their collections. Beyond the over-mint mark, numerous other errors have also surfaced alongside the 1980 D quarter, including die cracks and clashing, where two dies strike each other at the wrong moment, resulting in interesting designs and marks on the coin's surfaces. These marks create visual narratives of their own, mirroring the chaotic beauty of minting operations. The die cracks present a spiderweb-like delicacy that weaves itself across the surface of the quarter, capturing light in ways that produce an ethereal quality, and the chance encounter of the dies can leave behind an almost haunting reflection of imperfect artistry at the mint, spelled out in the form of a quarter that, once forgotten and dismissed as run-of-the-mill change, suddenly takes on the qualities of a sought-after collectible. The turn of events surrounding the production of the 1980 D quarter coin stands as a testament to the intricate dance between chance, human error, and the artistry behind minting currency, as none could have predicted that such a simple coin, with its superficial appearance and role as an everyday transaction tool, could carry within it an entire story waiting to be uncovered. As these quarters began to circulate among the public, perched unassumingly in the cash registers of diners, stores, and gas stations across America, it is astonishing to think that while people exchanged them for goods, a number of these era coins were also finding their way into the pockets of those who were either aware of their rarity or unknowingly holding on to a piece of invaluable history. The intrinsic worth of the 1980 D quarter dollar is further complicated by the limited number of coins produced with specific errors, alongside the long history of coin collecting in the United States, which has created an immense enthusiasm for novelty, leading many to believe that rarity and demand create a perfect recipe for value. The extraordinary valuation of $108 million does not merely stem from the errors themselves but emerges from a vibrant community of collectors who passionately pursue these historical artifacts, as they understand that the value of coin collecting isn't simply derived from monetary considerations, but also from the deeper meaning behind the stories that coins represent. The reflections of their time captured within a small metallic circle that has more to tell than one could ever imagine. As collectors traverse flea markets, search through boxes of miscellaneous change, and participate in online auctions, the allure of the rare 1980 D quarter continues to fascinate and fuel demand, spawning a rising tide of interest in exploring the intricacies of coinage and minting. Furthermore, the interplay of human stories, transcending generations while individuals pass down their newfound knowledge, allows for a unique bond to be created within the community. This legacy cultivates conversation, attachment, and often sparks new curiosities among newcomers eager to document their findings in an ever-evolving landscape of modern collecting. Given the excitement that follows stories of discovery, it quickly becomes evident when considering the exceptional value of the 1980 D quarter that its worth is not simply a static price but rather a dynamic reflection of cultural conversations, historical significance, and the growing appetite of collectors. The essence of what makes this coin so highly prized goes beyond just the numeric valuation. It encompasses the narrative arc of those who sought out the coin, believed in its story, and cherished it as a tangible connection to the past. As we navigate the enthusiastic world of money and ancient coins, the lessons learned and shared within this fascinating community reveal not only the pursuit of treasures that span generations but also the unifying delight in finding splendor in the seemingly mundane, for coins like the 1980 quarter dollar remind us that every piece of change has a potential history wrapped within its distinguished markings. The relationship between rarity and value reaches an intriguing crescendo as we acknowledge that countless everyday transactions may yield hidden nuggets of numismatic history, waiting to be unearthed by a willing enthusiast. In the ever-evolving environment of collectibles and investments, the value of the quarter dollar coin excels at encapsulating moments of serendipity and wise choices. Every new era discovered in the midst of collecting offers insight into the nuances of the coin market and the factors that can impact prices, leading both seasoned collectors and those just starting out on a quest for rare finds to broaden their explorations into other aspects of numismatic research. It's undeniable that the 1980 quarter has become emblematic of this broader narrative, showcasing how the convergence of a flawed minting process and human history could create something of great worth, leading viewers and enthusiasts to constantly question what other coins that appear ordinary in their everyday lives could potentially bear hidden values waiting to be noticed. The elevation of the 1980 quarter dollar coin to something extraordinary is not merely a phenomenon in isolated cases. On a broader scale, the community's appreciation for minting errors speaks to the very nature of collecting, spanning the lines of history, economy, value, and artistry. Not only does the 1980 quarter reflect upon itself as a remarkable piece of currency but also anticipates the forays into coin collecting that many will continue to champion, eager to explore every aspect of history contained in each coin they hold, including the incidental misses that represent tests of time and metal. As bidders vie for this unique quarter in auctions, the community rejoices. Transactions become stories etched in a block of memory where friends meet to share knowledge, generations bridge gaps of understanding, and each exchange detail adds depth to the history of our economy, melding the old with the new, whilst simultaneously beckoning forth inquiries into the details of future coins yet to be minted. So, as we delve into the captivating world of the 1980 quarter, it becomes increasingly clear that we are participating in a narrative much larger than ourselves, an evolving dialogue that encompasses various human experiences and perspectives all encapsulated in a simple quarter, a valued coin that once circulated innocently beneath fingers, only to now bring hope and excitement to those searching for the unexpected. We hope you find inspiration in the stories shared today, and as always, we look forward to bringing more thrilling insights into the world of collectibles in our upcoming installments. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to stay engaged with the wonderful world of numismatics. Happy collecting! Today, we're excited to focus on a remarkable piece of numismatic history, the 1997 quarter dollar coin, a fascinating object that has garnered immense value and attention, attributed to a series of rare errors and mistakes that emerged during its minting process, compelling it to reach an astonishing valuation of $72 million in the market. When we think about coins, particularly common denominations like quarters, our minds often conjure images of everyday change, something that is spent without a second thought. However, stories such as that of the 1997 quarter urge us to look deeper into each coin's potential story and the extraordinary circumstances that can turn a seemingly ordinary piece of currency into a coveted collectible that collectors and investors alike scramble to secure. So what exactly makes the 1997 quarter so special? It all began when it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, where the production run of these coins underwent the typical minting procedures, which usually involves striking a coin with sufficient pressure so that the design is clearly imprinted on its surface. Standard quarters from this time are fairly plentiful, as millions were minted and distributed to banks, businesses, and consumers who would use them in daily transactions, but hidden within this vast sea of quarters are particular specimens that stand out due to imperfections that appeal to eager collectors who understand the worth that these errant coins can represent. One of the more remarkable errors associated with the 1997 quarter is the infamous wrong planchet error, which occurs when a coin is accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination or type of coin. Imagine a quarter rolling out of the mint that was intended to be a state quarter but instead ended up on the planchet of a different coin entirely, such as a dime or nickel. This sort of error creates an anomaly that not only catches the attention of collectors but also illustrates a lapse in the minting process, showcasing the uniqueness of human error in a controlled environment. The wrong planchet error in the case of the 1997 P quarter is particularly captivating because it demonstrates the possibilities that arise when production processes intersect in unexpected ways. As many collectors know, coins struck on the wrong planchet can exhibit drastically different weights, dimensions, and appearances compared to their correctly minted counterparts. The chance encounters of these coins during a time of mass minting created a perfect storm of uncertainty, making the 1997 P quarter an emblem of what happens when the mundane routines of coin production encounter the thrilling element of chance. By examining what makes this coin valuable, we see how the rarity of a wrong planchet quarter ignites passion in the collector community, as enthusiasts yearn to own a piece that not only reflects error but also speaks to the fundamental nature of coin production as a precise yet sometimes unpredictable process. Coins exhibiting this level of error are rarely available on the market, and when they do appear, they are often pursued vigorously at auctions, driving up their prices as collectors vie to secure a slice of this unique narrative. Another significant error that has been closely associated with the 1997 P quarter is the presence of misstrikes, which occur when the coin is improperly struck due to interruptions in the minting process or mechanical errors, resulting in design elements being smeared, misaligned, or faintly pressed onto the coin. These misstrikes can perhaps be likened to an artist's painterly mistakes, where a brush stroke inadvertently creates a different texture or depth, transforming a simple design into something that captures the imagination. The allure of misstrikes lies in their ephemeral quality, an embodiment of the idea that even in a world governed by meticulous standards and operations, there can exist beautiful imperfections that breathe life into the metal, captivating those who see in these flaws the potential for something remarkably distinct. Collectors appreciate misstrikes not just for their visual appeal but also for the story they tell of the physical processes behind coin creation, where each single mistake becomes a historical record of challenges faced by the mint and the human elements involved in the craftsmanship of coin production, transcending the mere transactional role of currency and evolving into an artifact of nuanced beauty and complexity. Moreover, the concept of the 1997 P quarter as a valuable misstruck coin invites intriguing parallels to the artistic sphere. Just as artists and curators cultivate galleries filled with works that showcase varying perspectives of beauty, so too do numismatists find their collections enriched by the presence of an unusually rare coin that enhances the overall narrative of their holdings. The significance of the 1997 P quarter lies not solely in its visual presentations of error. Its worth is derived from the embrace of the misunderstood and the uncelebrated, thus creating broader discussions in the hobby about what it means to find art, value, and meaning within the minutiae of mundane currency. Additionally, throughout the years, circulating quarters have been known to experience extreme wear and tear while being passed from one person to another across the country, contributing to the uniqueness of each specimen. Some of the coins that were lost in circulation may come back in and around various locations, revealing new details that might have escaped notice previously or blending into larger conversations about the economic histories reflected in small denominations. As individual consumers receive change at cash registers or utilize coin return machines, the continual exchange of material can lead to the serendipitous discovery of rare pieces such as the 1997 P quarter, thus intertwining personal stories with the larger tapestry of currency. In engaging the collector's dream of unearthing precious coins from within hoards of change, the idea that a simple act of purchasing could result in finding a substantial piece of history evokes a sense of magic and wonder. It keeps the thrill alive that within the millions of coins surrounding us, there could exist that one extraordinary specimen to alter not only the collector's journey but also their financial future. Delving deeper into the community dynamics surrounding this coin, it becomes clear that the fascination with the 1997 P quarter isn't solely rooted in its individual errors but also reflects the vibrant conversation and the energy exchanged among collectors as they hunt for similarities, differences, and stories that can connect them to one another as well as to the history being unfolded within each quarter. There is a cultural aspect to this pursuit, whereby numismatists build relationships, forge friendships, and partake in dialogues about their various expeditions to discover rare coins and the mysteries each one beholds. The very act of collecting connects individuals with shared interests and fosters a community based on passion, excitement, and endless exploration, as they exchange tips, seek out one another's opinions, and offer encouragement in searches for specific prizes, especially those as rare and valuable as the 1997 P quarter. As stories of misshaped coins rotate among peers, it becomes richly evident that within collecting, the connections forged are equally as meaningful as the objects themselves. In sharing knowledge and experiences, individuals become artists of a different kind, assembling collections into narratives that chronicle their personal journeys through the world of currency, each coin layered with stories, adventures, and revelations that add depth and richness not only to the life of the collector but also to the broader landscape of numismatics. Furthermore, the staggering valuation of $72 million for the 1997 P quarter reflects not just the coin itself but also the growing trends in the marketplace around unique collectibles, where the intersection of rarity, demand, and emotional connection creates an environment where what might otherwise be a simple coin can suddenly become a prized artifact. As we observe the dynamics of the coin market, where trends may ebb and flow over time, it's essential to recognize the role that iconic pieces like the 1997 P quarter play in sustaining enthusiasm among collectors, reminding them of the joy in recognizing, and in some cases, owning, a piece of history that echoes the complexities of what it means to create currency in the first place. With its journey marked by various eras and stories intertwined with broader cultural phenomena, the 1997 P quarter continues to serve as a reminder of the beauty of imperfections, each flaw the hallmark of a coincidence in a time-honored tradition of minting that encourages us to seek more than just worth in our endeavors but to embrace the stories surrounding the coins we encounter. So, as we close this captivating chapter on the 1997 P quarter dollar, let's reflect on how rare coins like this serve as bridges between the past and the present, inviting enthusiasts to take the time to appreciate not just the monetary value associated with them but the historical narratives held within every strike, every mistake, and every story told among collectors who celebrate the journey rather than just the destination. We hope you find joy and inspiration in the stories we share on our channel and encourage you to dive deeper into the world of numismatics, where so much more awaits discovery just beneath the surface. Thank you for spending your time with us today, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures in the extraordinary realm of coin collecting. Happy hunting!